Hello everybody, my name's Miriam Divine and welcome to my space. This is a channel for spiritual development as well as connecting with, I guess, the spiritual you, which can go to everything because we are everything. So today we're going to work on centering. This is one of the very basic, meditation, witchy techniques that will get us there and also really brings in a lot of focus as well as helping clean out our brains. So, and first we're going to go ahead and do just a little bit. Let me tap some of this off. A little bit, as you can see, I'm shooting ashes everywhere. A little bit of sage, just to kind of cleanse our space just a little bit. And if you have some sage and you would like to burn it too, you may. With this cleansing from my space to yours, release anything. And the real reason we're cleansing our space is to clean up the energy in the area to anything, that could, especially when we're doing a lot of internal energy work and a lot of internal magic, it opens us up a lot of times because to do it you need to be open. And when you're open, you're a little bit more vulnerable to outside influences. So the cleansing is, of course, to release any negativity around you. And if you want, you can get see, I got a little evil eye protection ring on, or my, protection obsidians and stuff. If you need a little protection, that's fine. You can put up, whatever you need for protection. And I will probably make a video on that as well. But today we're talking about centering. And so there's a lot of different ways to do this. I learned a lot of times for a witchy kind of thing, you might do tactile, where you focus in on your hands or something, or dance. You can do it through dance. And for a strictly kind of Buddhist or Taoist way is, to focus on a single point thing, such as mantras or counting can be one, as well as breathing, and I'm going to do breathing today. And then we can also do a candle or something, or a dot on a piece of paper, or even just staring blankly out at nature or something. That's what I believe Damo, the founder of, not founder, but inspirer of the Shaolin kind of thing did. So, and we're just going to get right into it, so we don't have to waste that much time. So we're going to focus in on our breath. And for this, we want to focus in on our breathing. The in, and a little hold, and then the out. And for this one, if you can, we're going to breathe in through our nose. And then back out through our nose. And you don't have to do just your nose. You can do it with an open mouth. You can do it, because this is not an advanced energy practice. For some of the higher levels, why I advise starting with the nose, because breathing in through your nose and out through your nose leads to practices like the microcosmic and macrocosmic orbits and the kundalini and stuff like that. And to just get in the habit of the practice gets you into that. Also, when we breathe in, we're going to do this lower belly breathing, or Buddha's breath. And you're going to breathe in through your nose and down into your belly. You should actually feel your belly expand. If you have to put your hands down on your belly, you can, and then you're going to relax and feel your belly should contract a little bit. If you find everything's up in here, if you just ran a big long, bunch of running, I guess, or a marathon or something, you'll find you'll be up here breathing, and you'll almost be hyperventilating. And that's the exact opposite of what we want to do. We want to actually relax into this, almost like our brain's going to eventually stop even feeling the breathing, and it'll eventually just have nothing left. And that's our ultimate goal, is to get to the point of no mind or Zen mind without having to ride a motorcycle or something crazy. And you can do it that way too, by the way. Another item is that when your brain starts to wander, and especially if you're new to the practice, your brain's going to wander a little bit, and that's fine. What you want to do as soon as you realize your brain is wandering, maybe just let it go. You don't even have to surface, touch it or anything. Just let it kind of, you can visualize it kind of floating away, or whatever you have to do, and just let it go. And don't really interact with it. Even if you have started interactive, that just kind of stop and let it float away. And there's another method where it's called the kind of like whack-a-mole method, is kind of how I heard it described. This method is basically suppress all those emotions, which is a lot harder to do. It just leads to strain and a lot of other things. So if you're good at that practice, go ahead. But for this, we're just going to let it go. Okay. And I'm going to start off with counting. And then I'm going to eventually just do a few reps with us. And the ultimate goal is that if you really want to center and really get centered in your life, for about 21 days, maybe 30 days, depending on you, in the morning or at night or both, depending on which way you want to go, just do this exercise for maybe 20 minutes at the most, even 10 minutes, 5 minutes, that's fine. Whatever you can do, the idea is consistency over intensity. So it's awesome if you can sit here and do this exercise for like 10 hours straight. I've done it. But if you do that once a year, it's not as good as doing, a minute every day for the entire year. So you want a little bit more consistency in this than anything. And it's only a few minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and count. And we're going to breathe in through our nose for a count of, let's say we're going to breathe in 6. And then we're going to hold it for just a couple counts. And then we're going to breathe out for a count of 8. And the reason we breathe out a little bit longer is it helps the reverse of hyperventilation and it relaxes us down. So if you ever take one of those physical tests where they check your blood pressure and all that stuff and your breathing rate, if you breathe out just a little bit longer than you breathe in, you'll actually lower your pulse and everything else much faster than anybody else. Believe me, I know I've tried this many times and I know other people who have. So let's go ahead and begin. So everyone get ready. Let's breathe in for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold your breath. 2. Out for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2. And out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to breathe in again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2. And we'll breathe out for a count of 10. Or 8, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In. No counting. Hold. And out. In. Hold. And out. Okay, that's kind of the rhythm that you should have when doing your exercise. Now, I'm not going to do a full-on 20 minutes here with you. That's your practice. That's for you to do. And as well, if you have to, you can close your eyes. I know sometimes it might help to have a candle and you're just focusing on a candle or a single spot on the wall, like almost like a ballerina when they do their spins. Just focus on a single place. But a lot of times, if you can close your eyes. This may or may not distract you more or less. That's totally up to you, as everyone's practice and everybody's brain is wired differently and how this is going to work. And some of you are going to get this like instantaneously. You're going to be, oh, I don't think about anything, and some of you are going to struggle with this for 6 months. It is what it is. Just remember consistency of practice, and this will very much center you. It will help, cleanse up your brain. It will help all of your other meditation practices from here on out. And that's kind of why I'm talking about it now in some of my earlier videos, before we start getting to some of more advanced stuff, like how to activate your Kundalini, which of course there's like a bunch of steps to that, which honestly, even Kundalini, if you do your little research, that itself is a very entry-level exercise, and you really haven't started your major spiritual growth until you've done the Kundalini, which could take years to do that. It depends on, once again, who you are and how you work. I can help you get through a lot of these things through these little baby spiritual practices, and that's what we're going to do here. So that's what I have for you today, and good luck. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!